Kara, why are we leaving our hotel room at 5:30?
Getting to the airport 3 hours early so we can go to the first class lounge before we fly to Sydney.
Ooh. At least the plan is to get to the airport 3 hours early. The public transportation to and from the airport in Melbourne is going to be pretty interesting.
Crazy morning.
This is one of those mornings where everything goes wrong.
And it's like before 6 a.m. so it just seems worse
Magnified.
than it really is.
First, Kara couldn't find her public transportation card that we needed to get on the subway.
Not my fault.
To be determined. I think it's going to show up in her bag.
I've now lost 2 cards for transportation in Australia.
Then the biggest problem was we got here to the airport and didn't realize that we needed a ticket booked leaving New Zealand in order to get into the country of New Zealand, so they couldn't check us in for the flight. The internet didn't work yet.
That early in advance. Really?
It turned into this whole big thing. Anyway, we are now in the Qantas Business Class Lounge. Oh, that was another thing because the international and the domestic terminals are separate again. But we got on the earlier 9:30 flight to Sydney so we can spend more time in the first class lounge there.
So it all worked out. It's gonna be fine.
Before we leave the business class lounge, there's one thing that we've been meaning to do before we leave Australia.
No.
Try Vegemite. And just have them sitting around the lounge. I've heard that most people that are not Australian think that this is disgusting.
It looks like chocolate.
It does. Oh, it does not smell like chocolate.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Alright.
That is disgusting.
I asked a guy at a gas station how to eat this and he told me on toast. And he said go very thin. Does that look fair?
I guess so. Oh gosh, it smells like so sour. It's like...
Alright, I'm gonna go first.
Sour...
Oh. That's disgusting. Oh my
it's
god.
All in your teeth.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna swallow it. That's as bad as stinky tofu. Oh, good. Oh my god, I can't swallow it.
I'm not trying it up to that.
You have to try it.
No, I don't. I'll just smell it. I'm trying to figure out what it smells like.
It's bread zucchini.
It's like the worst smelling thing. It is almost as bad as stinky tofu. Good thing you have that veggie juice to wash it down with.
Oh my gosh. My breath's gonna stink for the next month. You better take a decent bite. You are such a weenie. You don't get extra breath. Oh, that is so bad. So bad.
It like burns.
It does.
It literally burns my taste buds.
That's disgusting. What are you thinking? Australia?
I don't understand.
Right,
what is in this?
We're gonna mix our fight. Let's go. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the help. Can't quit thinking about it or tasting it. I didn't expect something called Vegemite to taste good, but man, that was bad.
Thank you. Hello.
Thank you very much. We just touched down, and now the goal is to get to the first class lounge as quickly as possible. So just under an hour to get into the lounge. And now we're about to order lunch. Check out this view of Sydney.
We're starting with lunch. I got the buffalo mozzarella salad-ish type thing.
Is it considered a salad if it doesn't have any leaves?
It has 3 little leaves.
It looks fantastic.
I can't believe this is real life. We're actually in the first class Qantas Lounge.
While we're in the Qantas First Class Lounge, I thought I would give you a quick tour around. I'm currently in the library. It's basically just one long room that's separated by a bunch of really cool wooden dividers. So I'll walk you around and show you the highlights. On each end of the lounge, they have 2 of these snack bars that come with an espresso machine. These 2 dividers are the dining area where you can get lunch, breakfast, or dinner. There's the kitchen, there's the bar. The spa where we'll be getting our massages.
I went with the de-stress back massage, and Nate got the reviving neck, shoulder, and scalp massage. It's time for our massage.
Check out this massage place. It's like a jungle. Normally I'm ready for massages to be over because I'm just uncomfortable laying on my stomach, but that was literally the greatest massage I have ever had.
That was not long enough.
No, not at all.
I want to book the next like 4 sessions.
Was it the greatest massage you've ever had?
So good.
Mom.
Use this oil.
Oh, it smelled so good.
I just want to go take a nap now. Alright, we are starting out dinner with this fried calamari. Even though we just had lunch not that long ago.
It was like 3 hours ago.
Alright, Nate, tell us how it is.
Can you tell we're shooting on the 60? Does everything just look way more magical?
Better. So much more magical. As you can see, the G7X is time-lapsing behind Nate.
I'd read online that this was good because I like to do research on lounges. It's like the least chewy squid I've ever had.
Thank you very much.
You got the crumbled fish burger.
Smells so good. Was that a banana pepper? What's that yellow thing?
The big question. Qantas First Class or Cathay Pacific First Class in Hong Kong?
You can't do that to me. It's a really tough question. I think it just depends on what mood I'm in.
So our flight board's in 1 minute. Our dessert still hasn't come here in the First Class Lounge. Our dessert is coming here in the first class lounge.
It's 1600.
Okay, children, get that camera ready.
Thank you.
Oh.
You're gonna love it.
So what is this exactly?
This is the prettiest dessert I've ever seen.
It is Persian fairy floss.
Persian fairy floss.
Correct. So you've had your standard fairy floss.
First?
If you just pick it
I
off.
have never had my standard fairy floss.
Oh, you've never had fairy floss? You know, where are you from? That makes sense then. You guys don't know what you're doing up there. I'm
We
sorry.
don't. Please tell us.
When you have it, it melts in your mouth. You really taste the strength of sugar and the flavor. When you go to any carnival, circus, festivities that have your standard sugar, static electricity.
Oh yeah.
Cotton candy.
Yeah.
Candy. Okay.
We have cotton candy.
You have cotton candy.
Yeah.
You see, it multiplies. Just grab a picture with your fingers right now.
Okay.
And just try it. Tip it on the tip of your tongue and eat it. And you'll have that vanilla bean flavor just come right through.
It just melts on your tongue. Fantastic.
That guy was awesome and he's really good at his job. And this looks amazing. Look at that beauty. Okay, I think I've made up my mind. This is my favorite lounge over the Wing First Class Lounge. Because we stood up to leave for our gate because it was time to go. And the really nice man who ordered our dessert told us that he didn't remember anyone being called for their gate anytime soon. Went and checked our gate for us and then told us that we had a few more minutes to relax. Brought me a glass of water and then went and got our bags for us. And he's my new favorite person.
Rob.
His name is Rob.
Qantas, you should give Rob a raise.
Seriously. We should probably go now. Rob told us to leisurely stroll to our gate and there was no worries of going any quicker.
We're gonna try this new thing called not running to our gate.
He told us we didn't have to.
So much for a leisurely walk. Turned into a slight run. We made it onto the flight and we're headed to New Zealand. So we missed the runway. Sounds as though the engine has stopped working. Comforting. Kira's not taking this very well. Breathe.
So we're just repositioning now to land on the reciprocal runway, which is the easterly runway. And we'll be back on the ground in about 5 minutes time. Bear with us and we'll just carry out a few checklists and be landing very shortly.
It sounds like the pilots had a short runway to work with and it was really windy, so they decided not to land. Definitely the closest I've ever been to the ground and had the plane just pull up. That's pretty crazy. We've made it to New Zealand. Look, we're already in the mountains. It's very bright.
We kind of look like Twilight.
It would be perfectly fine if this would flip to delayed. Do it. Delayed. More time in the lounge.
Look at that CR7 smile.